and I go to school at Eastern Washington University. I'm enrolled Colville, but I'm also Nez Perce, Tupi, and Santo Domingo Pueblo. I'm majoring in health services administration, so I'm very interested in learning more about health policies and careers and everything. And I'll be interning with my tribe this summer full time, and also taking summer online classes.
Great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'll go next. I'm Isabel Grau. I'm enrolled in the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde, and I'm 15 years old going into my junior year.
Excellent.
Oh, I'm Isis Santry. I'm Yakima. I am 17 and going to be starting my senior year of high school.
Hi, Isis.
Hi.
I'll go next. Hello, my name's Miranda Matt. I'm from the Colville Confederated Tribes in Eastern Washington. I'm 19 years old.
Great. Well, I'm glad you guys could all join us this morning. One of the things with our youth delegate program that we try to do is stay in touch because like you guys just all introduced yourselves, you're all around the region and we don't get a chance to see each other in person very often. So every month we try to do a check-in just to touch base and talk about different things that are going on in the program, but also to do some logistics because we do get a couple of opportunities to meet in person. And when we do, it's a lot of logistical work, making sure that we have all of your travel arrangements done and that any questions you guys have or your chaperones or your guardians might have regarding your travel. So one of the really cool things about this program is that we've modeled it after our delegate program or our delegates. So the Northwest Portland Area Indian Health Board represents the 43 tribes of Oregon, Idaho, and Washington. And each tribe has their own representative that is appointed by their tribal council. And their role is really to represent their tribal nation in making health policy decisions and moving them forward on a regional basis. So a lot of our delegates will end up going to the National Congress of American Indians on the national level to put forward health policy. And one of the things that they really were concerned about was having tribal youth coming behind them. And so we created our youth delegate program to provide a pathway for young people who are interested in health careers to get an opportunity to sit at the table and to inform policy from a youth perspective. And that's why you are all here. And so we're really excited to start our second year of the youth delegate program. The majority of our youth delegates last year are continuing on, so you'll be joining them this year. And so we'll have a cohort of 15 tribal youth who will be helping inform health policy from a youth perspective this year. And so it's really exciting to have you all at the table. And you all come from a variety of different backgrounds and different experiences. We have some youth delegates who last year who were just starting high school, and we also have one who just finished college. So, and we have everybody in between. And so it's really exciting just to have that range of experience and perspective represented within our youth delegate board. Let me see. I can hear a little bit of feedback. So if you want to mute your sound until you're ready to speak, that might be really helpful. Actually, I think I can mute you. So I'm muting everybody, and if you want to talk, I can unmute you, but I won't know if you want to talk if you're on the phone. So Thea, you're on the video, so if you don't know how to unmute and you want me to unmute me, just wave around and I'll see you. But for everybody else who's on the phone, I guess what I'll do is I'll pause and I can unmute everybody. or if you know how to unmute yourself, you can unmute yourself if you have something to add or if you have a question about anything. So last week I sent you guys all an email letting you know that you're part of the Youth Delegate program, and I think that all of you have responded to that email, and so thank you for doing that. I've got a couple of things that I just wanted to do as a checklist. The first one was we have a self-assessment survey that you can participate in, and we use that in our evaluation for the program. So we do a program assessment. So like before we really get into anything, we kind of ask like, what are the things that you're interested in learning? Where do you want to grow? How can our program help you reach those goals? And then we do one at the end of the year to see if we helped meet those goals, and also just to do an assessment of the program to take your advice in terms of how we can make the program better, or things that you definitely want us to see do again, or things that we shouldn't do and we should move on from that and try something different. So if you guys would take that survey, that would be really helpful for us just in terms of making the program better. This is just our second year, and we want to stick around for a long time, and so we want to make sure that we're meeting the needs of our youth delegates as we go through the program. So one of the things that, like I mentioned earlier, because we are so spread out around the area, one of the things that we do is we communicate through all different types of means. So I use my cell phone to text you. I'll do that a lot of times before we have a check-in. I'll send a text message about an hour beforehand and be like, hey, just a reminder, here's the link to click on for the Zoom, or the phone number to call if you're not near Wi-Fi. I'll also send important information to you through email. So it's important that you check your email on a regular basis. I know in the summertime for students, a lot of times nobody even touches email until school starts back up again. So if I don't hear back from you, I might send you a text message. And then we also use Facebook. And so I'm not sure if all of you have a Facebook account, or if one of your parents uses Facebook, because either one of you can join our Facebook group. And we post all sorts of information in that. It's not just information about our program, but it's also youth conferences that are happening in the area, or scholarship opportunities, job opportunities. So we try to share a lot of things that are health related or health promotion related to you, and give you an opportunity to seek those opportunities out on your own. And sometimes we also have opportunities to help sponsor you and pay you to attend a conference, or if you wanted to do a presentation on our Youth Delegate program at a conference, we can usually help support that funding. It just depends on where they're at. So I'm going to stop right now. I'm going to unmute everybody. So if you have any questions, we can kind of go through that right now so far. Any questions? You guys are all quiet. All right. I'm going to take that as we're good to go.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. I'm muting everybody again. All right. So if you haven't joined our Facebook group yet, if you type in NPAIHB Tribal Youth Delegates, you can request to be added, and I can go ahead and add you to that. And if you want to add me as a friend, you can do that too. So the next big thing is travel. I think I've sent everybody an email last week also with a couple of different links. One was a travel registration, and I'm using that to send to our travel agent. And it's to help coordinate your flight. So if you're going to fly If you have a chaperone, is also to purchase their ticket. And so it's really important that you get that turned in by tomorrow. If you don't have the link or you can't find it, go ahead and send me a text message and I can send that to you again. But what I'm using that for is to let the travel agent know when you're flying out, what city you're flying from, and when you're flying back. While we're there for the quarterly board meeting, we will be paying for not just your travel, but we'll also be paying for your hotel room, and we'll be paying for a travel stipend for you. And the travel stipend is around $270. I think it's $274.50 or something like that. And that will cover any meals that aren't provided at the conference, as well as meals while you're traveling, and anything for your chaperone, if you have one. So for the chaperones, also just a note that they're welcome to attend all of the sessions during the conference, as well as the meals if they want to, but they're not required to. Your chaperone is really necessary during the times that we don't have programs happening. So in the evening and in the morning and stuff like that. Let me see, other things. In your acceptance email, there was also a link for you to check on to register for the quarterly board meeting. And so that actually goes to CRIB. And so the California Rural Indian Health Board is our host for this meeting. And they're using that for their planning, so they know how many rooms to reserve for us, as well as how much food to order and materials. So the way that the quarterly board meeting will happen next month is we will travel there on Sunday, and then on Monday in the afternoon we'll have like a registration, and then we'll also have a meeting for just our health board youth delegates. So CRIB is also starting their own youth delegate program, and they're just starting it. So that meeting will be the very first meeting for their youth delegate program, and it'll be our first meeting for this year's youth delegates, but we'll be starting our second year. And then on Tuesday is when the conference will begin. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be in a conference that's including not just youth delegates, but also tribal youth from the California area, as well as from all of our health board area, so from Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. And that program will have breakout sessions, and we will have all of the youth delegates from CRIB, as well as the Northwest Portland Area Indian Health Board, will be in a youth leadership track. And so that one will be facilitated by the Indigenous 20-something Project. And they have a lot of stuff packed in there for us to do. So I do know that it's going to be really hot while we're there. We'll also have a lot of free time. I heard that Thunder Valley has a very nice swimming pool, so I'll send you guys an email in terms of what to remember to pack for the trip, but definitely bring your swimsuit, bring clothes that are comfortable to be in, that are for warm weather, but also bring a couple of outfits that are nice for presentations for a board meeting, but also cultural attire as well, if you have that and you're comfortable bringing it with you. Let's see, any questions on that section? You guys are all on unmute. Are we all good? You guys are quiet. All right, I'm going to continue on then. Let's see. After our travel and stuff, one of the things that I wanted to touch on also was I'm trying to update our Facebook page and our website. And one of the things that I wanted to do was to get a photograph and a short bio for each of you. So For a headshot, it just kind of means from the shoulder up and just a picture of you, so you don't have to crop anybody else out. And then a short biography, and that's just going to be a short introduction, like what's your name, where are you from, what tribe are you from, what school do you attend, or if you're not in school, what kind of job do you do, and why did you apply to become a youth delegate, and what do you want to learn. Just share what you are okay with the world knowing, because if you Google yourself, whatever you put in that will show up on the internet, because it'll go on our health board's website, and that's definitely open to the public. But we want to give an opportunity for folks to see who's representing them, because you are representing your tribal communities and the youth in those communities. All right, so important dates. Every month we do these check-ins. So our next check-in will be with all of the youth delegates. And we do those once a month. We'll probably do it before we leave on our trip, just to do any last minute questions that people have and make sure everybody's travel arrangements are in place. And I'll send a doodle poll, or actually I usually do a Facebook group poll just to see when people would prefer to meet. What we've landed on this last year has been Sundays at noon. And it just depends on which Sunday of the month the most people can attend, and that's usually when we hold it. So I haven't scheduled that one just yet, but that's just a heads up for you for the next one. Travel information, that travel link is due by tomorrow, so fill it out. If you have questions or concerns about it, let me know. Your photograph and your short bio is due by Friday, the 28th. And then the quarterly board meeting we'll travel Sunday, the 14th of July, and then we'll return Friday, July 19th. And then just put on your calendar, the quarterly board meeting for January is January 19th through January 22nd. That's a Sunday through a Wednesday. And I believe that is MLK weekend. So that is all I have in terms of logistics and information. So I'm unmuting you all now. This is kind of just our free time to chat if you have any questions or concerns. Or yeah, this is our unstructured time to talk. It's okay. You guys will get much more chatty as time goes on. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I don't want to just sit here and stare at numbers and at Thea.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. I'm really excited to meet all of you guys in person. I know Isis already. She was a camper when I worked for Crit Frick. She went to salmon camp when she was in middle school. And one of our other youth delegates from Warm Springs was also a former salmon camper. So I've got people in different realms of my work life who've circled back in. And so it's really exciting to see people at different stages in their life. So to move from from middle school to high school is a big change. And it's exciting to see how people grow and mature and what they get interested in. And so I'm really excited to see you guys all on your journey so far, and excited that you guys are interested in the health careers, because we definitely need folks. And so if you join the Facebook page, you can kind of scroll through it and see a lot of different resources and information. We partner with We Are Healers, which is a nonprofit that is geared for connecting tribal youth who want to go into health professions to Native people who are actually working in the health professions. And so that's a really cool website and Facebook group, Facebook page to check out and stuff if you have time. It's similar to the We Are Native platform, except for they actually spell out R instead of just the letter R. So it's wearehealers.org. So that if I have any homework for you, it would be to check that out in addition to sending in all of those forms for the travel. But anyway, I look forward to being a resource to you all and getting to know you better over the next year and seeing you all in person next month. So take care and enjoy the rest of your summer. I will put a recording of this little video chat up on our Facebook group. So if you missed anything or I talked through something too fast, you can go back through and watch it.
Sounds good.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. It was
Thank
nice
you.
meeting you.
You're welcome. You guys have a good weekend.
You too.
You too.
Bye.
You too.